Decon training, St. Vincent Medical Center's Public Safety Department. Please familiarize yourself with the items that will appear in this presentation and learn to use these items. This battery is a training battery. This battery needs to be charged after each use. To turn on, you must turn the dial on the top of the battery to the on position. This battery is the one you would use in the event of a live incident. This battery has a 10-year shelf life. During each use, you will need to indicate that on the battery itself. The battery is turned on by pushing the top button. Indicate the date and time used by writing that information on the battery. To turn on, you must press the button on the top of the battery. This box will contain the new battery. These rubber gloves will go over the medical or examination gloves after you have your suit on. Decon suit. Remember to get checked out prior to donning the suits. Use the restroom. Drink water. Remove any objects on your person that could damage your suit or compromise your protection. Pens, sharp objects, cell phones, watches, etc. This is the PAPR, also known as a turbo pack. P for power, A for air, P for purified, and R for respirator. Check the hose connection on the turbo pack. Make sure the hose is properly attached and in good condition. Cord that is connected to the battery or battery pack. Into the hose that will connect to the PAPR or turbo pack. Belt that holds the PAPR turbo pack to the waist. PAPR turbo pack. Into the hose that will connect to the hood. Remember to make sure the hose is in good working order prior to connecting the hose to the hood. Air filters. The filters are good for 1 hour. Remember to remove the caps from both ends of the filter prior to connecting to the PAPR turbo pack. The filters will be connected to the PAPR turbo pack. Remember, these filters are only good for 1 hour. You will connect the filters to the PAPR turbo pack. Filters connected properly to the PAPR turbo pack. This item is called the hood. This hood has an inner collar and an outer collar. The outer collar will not be tucked in. Instead, it will go over the top of the suit. The inner collar will be tucked inside the decontamination suit. We'll see in a later slide. Starting location and what the team looks like in full suit. Remember to get checked, use the restroom, and drink water or hydrate yourself prior to donning the decontamination suit. Remember to pull these benches out and place them against the wall in the code zone so those donning the suits will have a place to sit. Phase 1 of donning the suits. Make sure to remove all sharp objects on your person or in your pockets that could damage the suit. Remember to put on the medical or examination gloves before donning the suits. Looking at the blue arrows below, must put your foot all the way into the suit, even if it is bigger than your feet. Having your feet all the way in makes it easier to put your feet into the rubber boots. The excess part of the suit will go over the boot, as you will see in a later slide. Phase 2, putting on the boot. When putting on the boots, it is best to have them 2 sizes bigger than the size shoe you wear. That way you'll be able to get your feet into the boots comfortably. Work as a team. This is not a one-person task when donning the decontamination suits. Make sure you get your feet all the way inside the boot. Excess or extra part of the suit. Excess part of the suit covering the boot. See how the excess part of the suit covers the boot. Get help putting on the suit. Can be difficult getting it on. Remember to have your partner assist you with this process. Again, we have the papper, also known as a turbo pack. And now we have the hood, which is what goes over the head. Battery pack for the papper. Connect that to the papper belt. See the battery pack indicated by the red arrow? You will attach to the belt of the turbo pack. To make sure you have the turbo pack on correctly, you should see 3M correctly and not upside down as indicated by the blue arrow. The same thing applies to the turbo pack. Make sure the 3M is correctly indicated and not upside down. Make sure the papper turbo pack is on correctly as shown here. Connected to the papper are 3 air filters. All 3 need to be connected to the papper for proper use. Must remember to remove the caps on the air filters or no air will get through. Now it's time to put the hood on. Need assistance of your partner. There are 2 parts of the hood. There is a flap or inner collar that is tucked inside the suit. And there is a top collar or cover that needs to go over the top of the suit. As you will see in the next slide, the top collar, if put on correctly, is designed to prevent any contaminants from getting inside the suit. Prior to putting on the hood, make sure you test the turbo pack and make sure air is getting through. Then assist the rescue by properly putting on the hood and making any necessary adjustments. You will now put the large rubber gloves over both hands. Place a thick rubber band over the gloves to aid in preventing contaminants from entering the suit. In the event of a live event, it is best to use chemical tape. Fold up the ends of the chemical tape prior to applying them to the decontamination suits. Areas you will apply the chemical tape are indicated by the red arrows. The correct way to use the chemical tape is to tape the rubber gloves to the suit, preventing any contaminants from entering your suit. One more very important step to follow. You need to put the name of the person on the outside of the suit, on the leg, so you will be able to know who the rescuer is and to monitor their time in the suit. Safety check inspection. Have someone assigned to check the rescuer that the rescuer is properly suited. Reassure the rescuer that he or she is safe and ready to go. Remember to make sure your partner makes a final check of you inside the suit before going into the warm or hot zones. Make sure that you have your start time logged in. You have just finished and are returning to the cold zone. You must take off the contaminated suits. It is best to have a large plastic bag to step in as shown here. You'll be able to contain the contaminated items to the bag. Your partner should have gloves on and will now assist you in removing the suits, beginning with the hood and the papper. At the end, all the items will end up in the large plastic bag. In a real-life situation, you would be entering with a partner working as a team. Once you are finished, you would be assisting your partner with flushing, washing, and finally rinsing your partner off. Your partner will then do the same for you prior to you both returning to the cold zone to take off the suits. Public Safety Department Training Decon Training Video. Start to end, St. Vincent Medical Center's Public Safety Department, Lieutenant Curtis L. Winston.